I'm nobody's barber here, okay? Nobody's barber here.
My hair.
But listen.
You used to cut my hair.
I've cut your hair in the past, but I am currently not your usual barber, right? So all I have to say is I hope and pray that you gentlemen are tipping your barber.
Oh yeah,
that's all. That was the only thing I wanted to make sure.
That's the only nigga that I'm gonna fucking tip. That's the only nigga that's gonna tip.
As long as you tip your barber. As long as you tip your barber, you got no beef with me. You got no beef with me. As long as
it's definitely about you though, nigga.
You got no beef. It's not about me because I am not getting tipped from any of you guys because I don't cut.
But you're looking out for you're looking out for your dog.
I'm looking out for your coworkers. I'm looking out for barbers in the industry. All you barbers out there, if you cutting hair,
yo, tip your photographers too.
I'm boasting for your tip right now. I'm telling them they need to tip you right now.
Tip your photographers. I'm gonna Photoshop some shit off your.
Nah, you're absolutely.
If you hire a personal photographer and they follow you around and do whatever the fuck you tell them, you better fucking tip them. You better give them extra money.
No, yeah,
shit.
They're making you look good. No, okay. If it's let me just say this before we start because I've already pressed record. So
I know you did.
But just to say this, right? If it's about my beauty, my care, like
this nigga
make me look good. Yeah, if you make me look good, you got my lineup right. You feel me? You got my beard looking nice. You got me looking sexy, right? Definitely, you're gonna get a tip for sure. No doubt about it.
I was born like that, boy.
Some food. This nigga Crispin. But for some food, no, bro. You're not. No, we're not doing.
Hold up. You don't tip the Chinese guys?
Hell no.
Fuck no. What?
Nah, y'all disrespectful. They be coming through in the worst conditions, dog.
I don't give
a fuck. Did I tell them to do that?
I didn't tell you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't
tell them to do that.
No, they could easily. No, they could easily say, "Look, bro,
we don't deliver.
We don't deliver. Pick up only." They could do that.
Outside, we're not delivering, and I would understand.
I would be like, bet you actually right, bro, because it is crazy outside. Let me look in the fridge and try to cook something together. You feel me? But since you want to put yourself on you put yourself out in the elements. That's on you, bro. That's not on me.
Nah, y'all.
That's dirty. Me and Shawny on the same team.
That's on you,
bro. I tip everybody. I freaking throw money in the tip jar when I go get a coffee. Like I do whatever. Like
the only time.
Go ahead.
No, the only time I'm just dropping money like that is if one is my barber or I'm at an African party where they spraying the money. Those are the only two times, bro. Any other times, or like I said, if you go above and beyond, like I said, if my glass is empty, I turn around, I come back, my glass is full. If I'm eating and you come, is the food good? Do you want a napkin? Do you want if you really attentive, I'm be like, I bet, bro, you really need this. I'm gonna give this to you right quick.
You really need this.
But if you want some, like you come back. You don't even look at me when I'm eating, bro. My cup has been empty. I have to literally call you. I gotta call you to come through. So there's no way, no how.
I'm not gonna kill you for it. I can agree to that level, but like if I go pick up my food, I don't want to. But if you deliver my food, especially Chinese, and they be fast with this shit, they'll get the tip.
Bro.
No, but it is based on service.
Listen, I'm not saying you should tip for bad
Shawny,
service.
what do you do for work?
That's not what I'm saying. If you get bad service, that's
exactly. You got money. You got money.
But I'm cheap still. I'm cheap, but like I'm still gonna tip you like the Chinese guy.
Yo, Mac, do me a huge favor. When you start blowing everybody's eardrums out, can you lower your mic just a little bit, just a tiny bit, so that way, like, it's not that harmful to everybody's fucking brains. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, like, I got you.
Appreciate it.
I got you. Is this low enough? Is that low enough?
No, lower.
No, that's too high.
little bit lower. Nah, he had the mic up all the way. He'd be like, no!
Go ahead. Let me just prep myself.
You ready?
Yeah, right. I gotta put the volume down on my fucking switcher right here.
Let me get my drops ready. Let me go.
No.
What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky. OMA. What's good, people? It's your boy Macky OMO. I'm here with my good brothers. We got the El Hokage Crispin. We got Johnny B, the razor sharp assassin with the clipper. And Oh, this nigga put on the actual shirt today. He don't got the tank top on.
Yeah,
It's Platinum Shorty. It's Platinum Shorty back in the motherfucking building. All right, man. We missed Platinum Shorty. I can't lie. You feel me? Tank top daddy wasn't really doing it for the ladies. But we are the Paradise Podcast. What the fuck is going on?
Bienvenidos. What the fuck is this?
That's fire. That was fire.
Bienvenidos al podcast.
What's good, people? What's going on? What's going on? So let's just jump right into this. I'm gonna give my my little news segment thing that I like to do in the beginning. Just a couple things that I noticed that are happening or that have happened. One, I did want to preface this. The only reason why I wanted to bring this up, I saved this because I wanted to know if John knew this. But Power Rangers stole all the fight scenes that they ever had from another show. I never knew that.
Yeah.
From a
you didn't know
show.
that?
It's
I never knew
really
that.
not.
They didn't steal it. They bought it off them.
They just,
They had a contract.
they repurposed the footage.
We talking about Sentai?
They had the legal right.
Yeah,
Super Sentai.
Oh
They had
yeah. No,
Sentai.
like all that shit was all the original was voiceovers. They just ported it right over.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
The only original film
the reason
was like when they were filming the actual like characters without
the
uniform.
movie.
That's it. No.
Even
the
during the episodes where we had the American actors,
like Tommy and them,
like Tommy and all that.
That was just they just spliced that all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Those are really recorded here, but then you see how everything else is like in the
fight
it doesn't
scenes.
even look. It doesn't even look like the city. It's just something.
Yeah. Oh wow, I never knew. The only reason why I brought that is because Super Sentai is actually.
You need that beep drop. By the way, you're saying
I'm gonna get that. The only reason why I brought that up is because Super Sentai is actually ending soon, from what I heard.
Really?
The Japanese one, Super Sentai.
The Japanese one, yeah.
They're putting a lid on that.
They got like a 20, 30 year run.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
They were out for a long time before we got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Facts.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was, I think, like the 4th or 5th season of Super Sentai. It wasn't the first. It was first for us.
Wow.
But it wasn't the first one for them.
Yeah. It was. They had a way more. Like if you go back and you watch it, you see like they had the weird ass costumes. I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't take those.
A lot of those shows even like that little segment in
the Beetleborgs
One Piece
too. The
Beetleborgs too. But you remember that one segment where Usopp does the Sogeking shit in One Piece? Like that whole introduction. It's like all the stuff they used to air on Fuji TV and things like that. Like
they used to do that shit a lot. And then that green nigga,
from.
the green nigga with the 2 little antennas, the black nigga with 2 antennas.
Who? Kamen Rider?
Yeah, that shit. That shit. Then the 3 other Power Ranger looking niggas. That shit came
Those are
from
the Beetleborgs.
No, not the Beetleborgs. The other ones.
VR Troopers.
Them niggas. All that shit came from.
You could tell. I used to watch.
I used to watch.
You really used to be on that shit. But yo, let me just. I'm sorry, I didn't want to like do a whole drop down spiel on this shit. I just wanted to mention it.
It's cool.
And I'm glad we could table that for another episode where we can actually, talk about that.
About Power Ranger stuff. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I used to watch
in the tuck. We got Power Rangers now.
Yeah. I used to watch Power Rangers when I was younger, and then I kind of stopped once I got to like middle school. That is just, I just started watching like anime shit. But anyway, another thing. That is coming out because that's ending. We have other things that are coming out. We have there's a Tekken anime that's coming out on Netflix.
I saw the trailer.
My Hero War Arc is dropping this fall. Nope, I'm just going through these. I'm going through these.
Before you go through this, I think we started backwards, did we?
No.
we do the news first. So Tekken's getting an anime. This year, I think it's like in the middle of the year, the fall. I'm not sure. I didn't really look too much into it, but I'm definitely excited. I have to watch the trailer. My Hero, the War Arc is coming this fall. The first, yes, Shawny, we get it. The first DLC for Mario Kart dropped. Xbox Cloud Gaming is now on Steam Deck. GTA 7 was down for like almost 24 hours. And
GT7, not GTA 7.
Sorry, GT7. Sorry, Gran Turismo 7. I apologize. We're not getting GTA 7 for like 30 years.
Yeah, bro. If we ever get a GTA 7.
Yeah. But and Hogwarts, we got some Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. as well as One Piece Strong World hit Netflix recently. So
I seen that.
those
shit.
are
That
just
shit
some
hard.
things. I was actually watching it before I came onto the pod. So
That shit's
those
hard.
are just some things that came out.
How far away am I from enjoying that movie?
2 arcs.
You're not that far away.
2 arcs.
You need to get all the Straw Hats first before you can watch any movie.
Not all of them.
Give me
Damn,
one second,
really?
guys.
All the ones you get in the before the halftime.
Mm.
You need all of those because all of them are in that movie. So you need 2 more. So you're about to get one right now, and then you need the other arc. So not 2 arcs, 1 arc. So this arc that you're finishing, and then the next one, and then you can see the movie. That movie.
Damn, so it's 2 Straw Hats back to back like that?
Yeah.
That
You
seems
just
a
got
little
3. You just got. You're about to get
No.
number 3.
What do you mean?
Who's last Straw Hat you got?
The last Straw Hat
Robin
was
is the last one.
No, was it Robin?
Robin
Yeah,
is the last
technically
one.
Robin.
It's Robin. You got Chopper right
and then
away.
Robin.
It was right away. Bang bang.
Chopper was like in the middle of them bringing Vivi to freaking Alabaster.
And when did you get Robin? Right after Alabaster, right at the end. Boof.
Yeah, but that was like at least 2 arcs had passed.
No. Drum Island and Alabaster, like that's not an arc. The arc is the whole thing.
Because wasn't it? Because you get Chopper, then the Vivi, and then Robin kind of comes into play because she came into the picture with Crocodile.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it was like a mixer. So I see what he's saying. It's like it seems like it's separate, but it's like kind of
it was all together because remember Vivi is the arc is literally Vivi. So you following her all the whole time, but we picking up 2 niggas in that one time we dealing with Vivi.
Yeah.
We picked up 2 peoples.
Right now,
Vivi,
Robin jumps in.
Yeah. So right now, when you pick up the one you pick up right now, boom, you pick that up. Then they do something, and then they go into another thing. Bang! Once they get there, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this the other nigga." Yeah.
Okay. I have a feeling. Law is the next Straw Hat. No, I love everyone's silence. Listen,
he
shows up.
The guy that
He shows up in so much shit. All right, like
he's really popular.
He's
really popular.
This popular of a
He's
character
really
that I
popular.
know nothing about this character, and all I see is this motherfucker's face.
Yo,
That's
keep it
all
G
I
with you.
see.
Keep it G with you. If I had to talk about the top, like my top 3 favorite backstories in One Piece, Law's backstory is like number 1 for me.
Law is really good.
His is really good. Like goosebumps. I'm getting good thinking about it.
Well, I remember Macky telling me that I would probably really like Robin's backstory a lot, which I did. I like Robin's backstory a lot more than like Frankie's backstory. Even though like I like Frankie's backstory.
Law's backstory, it's in that tone.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
It's like
dealing with like
that.
abandonment or like separation and things like that. Kind of.
It's hard
It's
to
in
explain
there.
without saying it. Yeah,
It's in there.
just,
Yeah, it's in
fine.
there.
I mean, because
I get the feels, bro. It's the feels.
everybody has like.
You're not gonna see that backstory in no time soon, though.
Yeah, I mean, because we're having an early ass freaking One Piece discussion because we always do the One Piece at the end.
Yeah, we're not talking like what you're watching though.
No. I'm just like.
But definitely. Once you get to that other arc that's coming up, you can watch the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I haven't seen any One Piece films at all, nor do I even know like if they're canon or if
there's like 3 of them. Like the 3 first
non-canon.
one, like C1 and C2, like some shit like that, because they just incorporate like the East Blue. And
They're just like summarizing like the stories.
Like so
and
somebody
whatnot.
that like people that start One Piece and like this shit's too long. Watch 3 films, blah, 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 and you get through.
Because
the whole is blue, then you get Skypiea, and then I think Alabaster. You get all 3 of that.
Yeah.
3 movies. Bah, that's 6 hours. You're done.
They redid it with semi-updated graphics, and they skipped all the fodder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the stupid shit.
I've seen some of those like those really sharp HD edits of like Nami and Skypiea, and I was just like, when the fuck was that?
Yeah, they called it
in
the
the movie.
episode of Skypiea, but it's literally just like a movie that just recaps the whole
thing.
And
And
it's like think DBZ Kai essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cut all that shit out.
Skypiea was
when
such
I
a
was
good
watching
arc.
DBZ Kai that one time, I was watching this. I'm like, wait a second, this shit missing. Why Goku turned Super Saiyan so fast? What the fuck going on?
Yeah, because they're
It's
just
all-
giving you
it's
the
all
important
love.
stuff.
This shit
That
took
was
3
what
episodes
Kai
when I was
supposed
watching
to
it.
do. Kai was supposed to just give you the important details, and then just go from there. Like it was to eliminate a lot of the filler. Like
Yeah,
I was actually super surprised with like the filler that I've been seeing recently in One Piece. And I know we're not talking about One Piece right now, but it was just like I hadn't seen it really. And then all of a sudden they were just like, oh yeah, we're not giving you the next episode yet. Here's 2 random filler episodes with
they did that in the art.
people
They did that.
being silly, like characters just being fucking silly with each other, and I was like,
But you got to remember, like,
I skipped it.
When you're watching it now, you binge watching it, right? So
Yeah.
for us, when we got that filler, it's probably like, oh, it's probably Christmas, like whatever, or it's like, oh, this nigga's on vacation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, we understood. I mean, for me at least, because I think I was watching Eddie's Lobby, week to week. I was watching. Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, we didn't jump into the One Piece stuff. We were just talking.
No, yeah.
We just went off the movie.
Sorry, guys.
Actually, now that you come
okay.
back,
I'm glad to have you back.
Not gonna do the Uber Eats.
Y'all can keep going. I'm just gonna go get water real quick. Are you gonna go into the thing right now? Or are you gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was actually
because we didn't see what we were watching or anything. That's why I said, did we start flip flop?
No, Crispin, you need to dehydrate. That's what you need to do.
Go and
get water. Dehydrate on the podcast.
Fuck y'all niggas, man.
we could do the what you watching, what you
start it up, and when I come back, I'll do mine.
Yeah. Okay, go.
All right, so I'll just go real quick. What I'm watching.
I come prepared to the pod.
Where's mine? We here, Pollen Spring.
There we go. Pollen Spring.
So yeah, what you watching, what you playing, what you reading? I'm watching right now. I watched Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, One Piece Strong World, and that's about it. Let me just think before, because I always do this. Like I'll hear something that I watched, and I'll say, yeah, I watched that too. So I said, I tried to watch a little bit of One Piece. Yeah, I think that's all I really watched as far as anime related. Oh, and Amphibia. I finished season 3. Like I'm caught up. Chef's Kiss. That show's amazing. Shawny, you should really watch it.
I'm planning
what I'm playing right now, I've just been playing a lot of FIFA online. I've been streaming on Twitch, so you guys should go check out the Twitch if you guys want to see me beat people online. I'm right now 9-2-1, so I have 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Those 2 losses that I had were really bad losses. I was really sick. I got beat like 5-1. Bro, I was really sick, bro. 5-1 one game and like 4-1 the other game. But I made mad people rage quit, so that's really what just made me happy. I'll be up by like 3-0 in the first half, and then they'll just be like, yo, I'm quitting. I'm like, yes, get the fuck out. Give me the dub, nigga. I hate when niggas rage quit, bro, because that shit it feeds my energy, bro. I love it, son. Because I won't rage quit. If I'm down 5-0, I'm going to play until the last minute.
Yeah. Beat me up.
Yeah, I'd rather take the L than just try to rage, because I could come back from 5-1 if we in the first half. You get 5 goals. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm watching, when I'm playing, when I read. Crispin, what you watching, what you playing, what you reading?
What it do? I watched this anime on Netflix called Blue Period.
I haven't heard of that.
I've been seeing it.
It's about some kid that's in high school that wants to get into drawing and painting college in Japan. So he has to take this exam. So he's practicing, and he started drawing like senior year in high school, bro. So my man's just going through the trenches trying to learn how to draw like perfect.
And he's mad smart, right?
Yeah, he's smart as hell. But the thing is that he could have gone to any other school, but he just fell in love with art like at the end of high school. And it's like everybody was like, bro, but you got good grades. You can get into any other school.
You could be a fucking astronaut.
And this nigga's like, nah, I want to fucking draw. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Like, what?
That's definitely an anime show, bro.
My man's went hard as hell. So that shit was hard. I was still watching the house husband bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Way of the Househusband.
Yeah. That nigga funny as hell. That nigga, that's just hilarious. And I also watched the One Piece movie. This what's it called? The
Strong World.
We were talking about Strong World. I never seen that one. I was looking for that one everywhere beforehand, and then I seen somebody say, "Oh, they got Strong World on Hulu." I'm like, on Hulu, on Netflix. I'm like, say less. I'm going over there right now. Seen that shit like 2 times already. When I'm playing, I haven't had time to play absolutely nothing. So
He told us that the next time we'll see him, he'll be done with Pokemon.
That's
Yeah,
what
he
he's
did
doing.
say that.
I did say that, and I'm a fucking liar because I couldn't do it. I promise you I couldn't do it. I'm already in the I played a little bit, but look where my Switch is at. Right here, right here. See it right there? That's my
That
Switch.
shit's sleeping. It's gathering
Exactly.
dust.
You see what I'm
It is
saying?
gathering dust.
It's on my thing. Like I'm literally carrying it around. I just can't play. I just don't have the time to play.
I don't know why my depth of field is like off here. I thought that shelf was so much farther behind you than it really was. Like he reached over and grabbed it. And I was like, oh shit, that's close.
It's literally right behind me, bro. It's literally right behind
Stop smoking, John.
I didn't smoke today. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't played anything. I want to play that Kirby game. I want to play Mario Kart. So when I do play Macky, I can whoop his ass.
There's a demo for that Kirby game. You could download the demo and try it out.
Yeah, no, I want to buy the radio because I want to play it regardless.
Game hasn't dropped yet.
Play the whole game.
No, not yet. I think it's the demo. 25th. It drops out. 25th later this week.
Yeah, I want to play the actual game, but I just don't have time, and I really want to finish Pokemon.
You should finish Pokemon
because I had to be completely honest, I never finished the Pokemon game because I just always get bored of the shit. But I don't feel like I'm getting bored of this game. That's the problem.
You
I play
are nuts. You're crazy.
Nah, I play it like that. I play Pokemon Legends Arceus, right? And I played it for a lot. Like in the same area. I've just been running around a lot in the same area, and I do not feel bored at all. Like that makes no sense to me in a Pokemon game. To me, personally,
the formula for this game is fantastic. That's why I'm looking forward to Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that game.
Scarlet and Violet.
What I'm reading right now is I finished reading My Hero. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm fucking excited, bro. That's crazy. And One Piece, the hype is going crazy on the internet. So if you don't want to get spoiled, if you don't read the manga, don't go.
Stay off the internet.
I'm about to go read for that reason alone.
Yeah, that shit hard. And the manga that Luffy going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And my man's just going crazy. And then that's it. I had to finish reading Jujistu Kaisen, but that's about it. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. John.
Pretty mighty list you got there.
Yeah.
For this week, I have only really watched One Piece anime wise. I missed this past Sunday's episode of Attack on Titan, so I might watch it tonight after we're done recording. So I don't have Attack on Titan on the docket. And then I didn't really watch anything else significant at all. No. Can't say that I have. I've been playing just a little bit of Pokemon because since I did finish it, I'm slowly just playing it less. Even though there's a lot of post-game stuff you could do in it, I'm just playing it less and less. So I've playing a couple of other things. Me, my wife, and my daughter were playing Donut County on the Xbox. It was like a little puzzle game. That game is actually really funny. So that was quick. We finished it already. I think there was only like 10 or 12 levels to it. We finished it. So that was funny. And then I picked up Scott Pilgrim versus the World on the Switch. So I'm playing through that. I always got to return to a beat 'em up every now and then. Love that genre. And that's it. Not currently reading anything.
Okay. Shawny, watching, playing, reading.
Watching Baruto, Titan.
You still
watch Jujistu Kaisen movie? Yeah.
This nigga, one thing about Shawny is that nigga is a loyal motherfucker to some shit ass.
Nah, man. Because at least with their fillers, they're consistent. So at least you're
funny. Yeah, at least it's consistently ass. That makes sense.
Hey, we all got our premises. It's still airing. That being said, there was no One Piece, so kind of flopped on that. I already said I was watching the Kaisen movie. Playing game-wise, I'm just playing Go. I just haven't really had the motivation to play any video games, especially Nier. I know I'm at a part where it's more of a it's like a choose your quest mission, and you have to essentially listen to the story and follow the path. And that shit was mad annoying on the first playthrough, so I'm just preparing myself to go through that shit again. And then reading, I'm a chapter behind on My Hero. I feel like I'm 5 to 6, maybe 7 chapters behind on Tokyo Revengers. I am very, very tempted to go read Jujutsu Kaisen after watching the movie. And I'm probably going to go watch One Piece because I have no idea when the anime is coming back. And it's going to be really, really hard to avoid spoilers while being on social media.
Read.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to read that shit too, bro.
Just read, bro. I promise you, you're not be disappointed, bro. I promise
no,
you.
for sure. So
I promise you.
that's all I got.
Okay.
I actually, I don't know, Mac, if you had something that you were gonna bring
I
up.
just have the versus series that we have to do really quickly. I got
you
like
want to do that? You want to do that first?
Yeah, because just get it out the way, bro.
Yeah, we can do that because then I had a question that I wanted to ask the pod, so we'll get a nice talk out of that.
So versus. Hold on, let me see if I can get this shit.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready, guys. So we got another versus today. We're gonna do. This one is for my simps out there. It's Brock versus Sanji. Brock versus Sanji. So today I'm not gonna vote.
Brock and Sanji are from where? Where are these characters from?
Okay,
for
yes.
People that
Brock,
are listening that don't know.
Okay, yes. Sorry. So Brock obviously is the only black person in Pokemon. I've never seen another black person in Pokemon. So he's the only black main character.
And the newer Pokemon, there's a black couple.
I'm not.
And the new ones.
I don't. That doesn't.
You don't count those
about
things?
He's the only black person in all of Kanto.
For sure. He was the only black person. And Johto. My nigga, what is he talking about? But anyway. But yes, it's Brock from Pokemon and Sanji from One Piece. So everyone here, I try to pick people that everyone here has watched, just so that it can make it like a little bit easier for everybody. But I only have, or easier to decide, so because we know each other, we know their backstories, who they are. So it's gonna be really quick. This time, because I'm trying to get these shits for TikTok, I need y'all niggas to wait till I call your name. I'm gonna mute this nigga's mic, bro. I'm trying to edit the other one, and every single time, Ichigo, bitch, motherfucker, shit. So, wait till I call your name, and then you can answer, so I can get a nice clip for TikTok. This is obviously gonna be dumb quick, but of course, like I said before, Brock versus Sanji. We're gonna start with you, Crispin. And this is for the theme song, and we're gonna use the first theme song of One Piece and the first theme song of Pokemon.
Wait, are you doing the theme song of the whole show?
The first theme song of Pokemon, the first theme song, and the first theme song.
No, that's Pokemon for sure.
For One Piece, I'm gonna say your name, and then you're gonna tell me.
You said I was going first.
I'm gonna say your name, and you're gonna.
He wants it for the edit. Let him have his
edit, bro. I need it for the edit. I'm sorry.
He's gonna do it.
Theme song, Crispin.
I want to be the very best Pokemon.
John.
One Piece.
Wow.
Yep.
Shawny.
Like opening theme song, basically.
Yes, Shawny.
I'm asking, because you say theme song, there's an opening song, bro. If we talking Sanji theme song, then it would win.
That's why I asked at the beginning.
You didn't clarify that shit at all.
And
I could have sworn I did. I could have sworn I did. But
say my name again and we'll go. Got you.
Say my name again. Say my name.
Yo, I'm gonna put a fucking blooper reel up, yo. I swear to God.
It'd be content.
Say my name. Say my name.
All right. Shawny. Theme song.
Bro. Well, Pokemon.
Okay, so I lose.
All right.
Yo,
Skill. Chris, we're gonna try to get through this, bro. I want to do this in 2 minutes. Crispin, skill. Sanji or Brock? Who again?
Sanji.
John.
Sanji.
Shawny.
Sanji.
Personality. Crispin.
Sanji.
John.
Gonna go with Sanji again.
Shawny.
Ty.
Yep.
You have to say it.
Sanji.
Cooking skills. Crispin.
Sanji. What the fuck is he talking about?
hold on. Before I say John, niggas forget that Brock was the cook for these niggas when they was on the road, and he used to whip up a good meal.
Sanji
I don't
made
give a
meal
fuck.
out of
Hold
scraps.
on, stop. I'm just saying. I understand. We're not beefing right now. I just wanted to preference that this nigga also could cook. John,
It's still Sanji.
Shawny,
Sanji.
simpness, Crispin. John, I'm gonna mute your mic. Crispin.
Sanji.
John.
I can't laugh.
Bro, because I couldn't hear what he said, and I
I'm
needed
sorry.
for the edit.
And
also,
at him.
and also, you have to remember that people also listen to the podcast, so they can't hear you pick up your Sanji doll, my nigga.
No, I said Sanji right after. When I picked it up, I showed it, and I said Sanji.
John.
Sanji as well.
Shawny.
Sanji.
Okay. And we're done. That's it.
Why'd I tell you,
Close.
nigga?
That simple one was really, really hard because
It's-
Brock was real.
I would have picked Brock only because actually no, for personality, I would have picked Brock only because I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because Sanji is a fucking dick to men. To men. He is a dick. If you're a woman, I understand why you would pick personality because he'll just be simping all over you. But to men, that nigga does not give a fuck about a man.
No, he not like that, bro. He don't.
Huh?
No. Yeah, I agree
He
with
not
Mac
like
on
that.
that though.
He not like that. He not like that. He's
he's
just not cooking
always-
for you. He's not cooking for you. He's not cooking for you. He's not gonna do that shit for you. He's not gonna simp around for you. He's gonna treat you like a nigga. How much treated you?
No, bro.
Oh my God, Macky. You know what? Let me clean your pants for you. No, nigga. Like what the fuck?
No,
like, yo,
bro.
nigga,
That's not what I'm asking him to do.
He'll prepare special meals or special beverages for Robin and
That's
Nami.
what a simp does. He's
And
a
then
simp god.
and then when everybody's like, Sanji, what about me? It's in the kitchen.
Yeah, go get that shit yourself.
Go get it.
nigga.
It's done.
What are
It's
you
in the
talking
kitchen.
about?
Go get
He
it.
didn't treat him
Bro,
bad.
Brock,
He just said,
Brock
"Go cook
would,
that shit."
but listen though, the reason why I said for personality, if Brock is cooking a meal, I would know that Brock is gonna serve everyone. That's the type of nigga that I want around me. I don't want a nigga that's gonna
He's
be.
not a chef though.
Yes, he is.
No, he not.
He was
just-
cooking all the time that they was on the road. Go watch the anime,
Listen
bro.
to me. Let me finish.
watch it.
He's not a chef. He just
No,
cooks for
I'm not
everyone.
letting you
He's
finish.
not a chef, nigga. Fuck out of here. This nigga's a chef.
Why is he a chef? He went to culinary school.
Yes, technically.
He didn't.
I mean,
He
we
studied
can't-
under
under a
professional
chef, nigga.
chefs.
My man,
Yeah.
Sanji literally served a whole boat restaurant before he went with the crew.
Excuse
Listen,
me, my nigga.
listen,
Brock
is
was
a chef.
Brock was just cooking for fun for the
Because
group.
fucking
Okay,
Ash is
but
10
them
years
shits
old,
look-
he know how to cook.
light.
Them shits look delectable. Stop trying to play Brock.
The
Like
Pokemon
my
Go
only
is
thing,
down.
the reason why I said personality, I would pick Brock again. I'll just say it is because I want a nigga around me that's going to be nice to me. We can have jokes and we can make fun of each other, but when push comes to shove, I know this nigga is going to be a kind human being. This nigga Sanji is a piece of shit human being, bro.
Sanji
He is a piece of shit.
for Luffy and the crew. What the fuck is you talking about?
Nigga, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm
You
talking
said
about.
push comes to shove. I want a nigga to look out for me. If I
Nah,
No,
if
that's
we
not
talk-
what I said.
if we
That's what you said.
talking-
That's
No,
not-
he said he wants somebody that's gonna be a decent person. To
Person.
him.
Yes,
He's-
thank
he's-
you.
he's gonna
Someone is
treat
actually
you-
listening. Is going to be treating me nicely. Like treat others how you want to be treated. Yes, of course. I know if push comes to shove and we in a fight, I know Sanji's gonna fight. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
But if we
He's
be
asked all
fair,
I need. I
Sanji
don't
wasn't
know.
really.
If we scrap it,
Sanji
we
was more
scrap
of
it.
a
Sanji not a bad
than
person,
everybody
nigga.
else. He wasn't like being a dick
Huh?
for a reason. Like
No,
Sanji
bro.
wasn't a dick to the whole group. Like it was just him and Zoro that had the biggest beef. But like,
Bro, he would
was all
he
love.
would hit Luffy all the time when Luffy would go and try to get some
Everybody
food.
hit Luffy
Because Luffy would eat every single food in the
Yes.
kitchen, and then we in a fucking shit,
If
bro.
we be keeping it G, we talk about.
If
our
I'm not
food
Come on,
kicking
bro.
Luffy's head
Come
off
on,
his
bro.
Luffy would eat
shoulders.
all our food. That's a dickhead.
Hello?
Move.
Come on, bro. Y'all niggas
Nah,
is
you
not
gotta look
serious,
at the
bro.
perspective, bro. You gotta
Y'all
look at the perspective,
niggas
bro.
is not serious. That's why when last week Crispin said that he would rather hang out with Ichigo, I was like, "Are you sure? Did you watch the anime to say that you want to hang out with a nigga that as dumb as Ichigo? That nigga is an
He wasn't
idiot.
really that dumb.
Ichigo not that
compared to Yusuke.
Yusuke
But
was
he not
rolling
dumb,
everywhere he went, dog.
Huh?
Yusuke wanted sauce everywhere he went. Like, I'm not trying to get into fights with my nigga every single time we go out.
Okay.
First of all, Yusuke dead. Fuck that. Like, I don't want to deal
He
with
came.
no dead
He's
nigga.
alive, nigga.
He's
Then he
definitely
died and then
alive.
come
He's
back
definitely
alive.
alive.
Then
Yeah,
he died.
and
Come
he's
back.
a demon king. That's why when y'all niggas was
I
talking
want
about
him to
accolades,
demon, nigga.
I'm like, son, what the fuck did what accolades did Ichigo really do
Dog,
that would put him over?
Really,
That would put him over being the king of the demons, my nigga.
Fam,
Bro,
if we
you're
wanna-
just a Yusuke simp, bro.
If we want to keep it G,
And you're an Ichigo sim. That's fine.
if
No,
we
I'm
want to
not.
keep
Actually,
it G
I'm
and talk about
Yeah.
accolades,
I'm not.
this nigga Yusuke is just a demon king. This nigga Ichigo literally, like, I can't even say it for spoiler reasons.
And he's
but
a
that
demon
nigga is
king. He's a champ. He's a Dark World tournament champion. What are we talking about?
Nobody
He's
cares.
one of the
Ichigo
strong.
saved the whole Soul
Nobody
Society,
cares.
fought the whole Hueco Mundo,
And
lost
and
his powers to kill
Yusuke
Aizen,
didn't.
my nigga.
And Yusuke didn't.
still got his
Yusuke
abilities.
didn't. Wait, time out. But Yusuke didn't save the whole world too when he beat what's that nigga's name? The dude with 7 different personalities. He didn't save the world when he did that. He didn't
Yo,
save
what's
the
the
world when
cat's
he
name,
beat
yo?
Tsurugane. He didn't save the world at all, right? He never did that.
Yo,
He
Mac.
didn't, right?
What's
No,
the
you're
cat's
telling me he
name?
didn't.
Yo, Mac, what's your cat's name, bro?
That's fine, bro. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, you're retarded.
End of the conversation.
That's
right
fine. That's fine. That's
God.
fine. That's fine.
I don't
That's
give a
fine,
damn
bro.
about Ichigo.
It looks like we're not gonna agree
We're
on
not
this
gonna agree.
particular subject, right? So this is obviously a good idea that Max had because we're genuinely debating these characters that he's.
No, this is
putting
what I want. This
up
is what I
against
wanted
each other.
for
So
sure.
this is-
I wanted
It's
the
fun, though.
discourse. I wanted the discourse.
So no.
Ay, mi madre.
I wanna push this along so we're not here all night, right?
Yeah,
And
let's not fight all night.
I wanna ask you guys a question because it's something that I've been feeling since I finished Pokemon Legends Arceus, right?
Go ahead.
Arceus, right? For all the people that love correcting me. So
Me.
now that I'm already at the end of the game, right? So I finished the main story. And I'm just doing the post game stuff, catching the legendary Pokemon, running around doing all the extra
that
side
shit.
missions that I never fucking did because I didn't give a fuck about them. So just
Because
doing
you're just
stuff
trying to
like
get to the
that.
credits.
I was just trying to get to the
Right.
credits, bro. That's how I play games because I have such a huge backlog that it's like, fuck it, get it done, get it out of here. But I do have moments where I finish a game and I feel what I like to call the void. Right. So the void is basically like when you've been heavily invested in something for a while, whether it be an anime, a TV show, or a video game, and then it's finally over, you finished it. And you just kind of feel empty inside. You're like, shit, what is life now? Without XYZ that I was just indulging in. So
What
how
the
do you
fuck
guys
is
what the fuck is this? So how do you guys individually deal with the void? Like what do you go about doing to fill the void, right? Like how do you fill the void, and like what's your like process of like how you deal with moments like that?
Who wants to go first?
Who wants to
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Go for
All
it.
right.
So this is technically what I do, right? Every time I have like that thing that goes on when you finish a series, or I never really finished the game, so I'm not even gonna talk about manga or some shit. I always go to the internet to look at people talking about theories that could
Mac,
happen.
mute yourself if you're gonna be going through that loud ass paper bag.
Facts,
Oh, my
nigga.
bad.
Fuck out of here.
Continue, could be.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah, I muted that bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
You're muted, Crispin. You're
I
muted.
know. I'll mute myself
okay,
right now. Fuck
there
out of
you
here, bitch ass nigga. But yeah,
So tell me, what
I would go
what do
into
you
the
do?
internet. I'll go into the internet and like YouTube and watch like people indulge in what I just watched. And when they
Okay.
say something, and then when they say some bullshit that I did not get from that shit, I'm like, I gotta rewatch this motherfucker because I did not get that shit from here. And I want to know why the hell this nigga said that this and this and that equal this, when this and this and that to me equal that. So it makes no sense. So I have to go back, I rewatch, I reread. That's what I do. And I indulge
do
in
that
shit.
sometimes, too.
That should happen to me with Game of Thrones hard body. Because in Game of Thrones, people had like this family was this and that. Like the book stories and shit.
People
Like the
over explaining like
backstory,
all
yeah.
of the stuff. Yeah,
Like the backstory, and I was just like, "What the fuck is all this?" Now I understood why this nigga, and that nigga, and this nigga, and that, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, this is beautiful to me." But I was done with the show, and I went into another show. Like this shit turned into another show after I was like, "Oh,
So all the research I did became a
facts.
whole
It
nother
just became
show.
a whole nother show." I was like, "Oh shit, this shit they should have added all of this in the show. Why didn't they add this to the show?" And so that's what I do. I go get research. I go find more shit about that same show or that same series.
Got you. How do you find yourself like moving on from that piece of content?
To get to another one, I
Yeah.
search for things similar to it. That's how you get into like the shonen run around. You go from Dragon Ball Z to this, to that, to that, to that, to that. You know? Or sometimes I just go left field, like something that has nothing to do with it. But most of the time, those are really small series, and then you just find yourself again in that hole and to find another series. So I just look for something similar, to be honest. That
Do
happened
you
to me.
ever ask people like?
Nah,
you go
I don't.
around like, yo, I just finished this. What should I watch next?
I go into like Crunchyroll and I go into Funimation. I just start reading
The
fucking
descriptions of the show, and then you pick
or
from there.
if,
Okay.
if your cover catches my eye, like right away, pop, I'm like, that nigga, boom, and I just go. I'll give it like 5 episodes.
That's me for music.
Okay. Very interesting. Is that all? Are you
Yeah,
finished
that's it. That's normally what I do.
So
Okay.
for me, what I usually do is I usually go into fetal position and cry for about 30 minutes to an hour because I'm like, damn, I got nothing else to do. I literally put all my strength and my life into this show, and now I have nothing left to do. And I'll probably spend the next 2 to 3 days trying to find something new to watch. That's usually what happens. And like,
what is that process like for you? Like,
oh,
how do you struggle to find the next thing? Like what are you really looking for when you're like, the next thing better be fucking good? Like what? How do
so
you?
actually, I have a list of animes that I, is on my list to watch.
Okay.
And they're just some that I'm like, I want to start it, and then I'll start like 2 seconds of it, and I'll just be like, nah, I don't want to start this right now. And I'll look for something else, and I'll just keep going, trial and error, I guess.
Until something feels right.
Until something feels like, okay, this is something that I can sit down and watch and take my time and, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that is probably the hardest process, like trying to find something new, whether it be a video game or, well, I be playing like FIFA and 2K. So it's like, you could just keep playing basketball. But if I were to, like when I finished GTA or when I finished Red Dead Redemption or even like Pokemon or some shit like that, it was just like, damn, like I just spent like 70 hours playing these games and now I have literally nothing else to do. What the fuck should I do? And it's just a scary part. It's actually very scary because it's like, bro, I want to start a new show, but I don't want to get heavily invested where I'm just like, now this is my life, just watching this show. But I also want to have something that's going to keep my attention and keep me from like, doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing, whether it be, just anything that I'm not supposed to be doing. Yeah, just keeping me busy. So, I mean,
I got you, bro.
Again, like I said, I usually go into the fetal position, cry for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. And then
To an hour.
and then, hopefully I find a show. Or like I have even shows where I started, like, for example, bro, when they said that they were bringing back Shaman King, my nigga, I was one of the ones that was like, yo, bro, I cannot wait. This was like 2 years ago. They tell me this shit. I was so hyped, bro. This shit dropped. And I was just like, bro, this shit is not doing what it's supposed to do, bro. Like, I was just very, very disappointed in that shit. Like, they've recently just dropped like maybe 6 more episodes, like, or no, maybe like 12 more episodes a couple months ago, bro. No, it's still the first season, but they just released more episodes, and I was not interested in starting that shit up again. So
they should have dropped all that shit together. It just
or
stopped randomly.
or like when I finished Gundam, bro, I was just
when you
like,
finished Gundam Wing?
Yeah, Gundam Wing. When I finished Gundam Wing, I was like, what else can I watch? Or Code Geass. I was like, what else should I watch? Or even like a fucking initial drip or The Promised Neverland. Actually, bro, The Promised Neverland, that second season. But anyway, That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, so it's a really hard process. I probably say that's probably one of the hardest things that I like. Trying to find something new to watch is probably one of the hardest things to do. I cannot lie.
Interesting. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share before we head to Shawny?
Nah,
Or that
that's
was
it.
it? That's it. Shawny, how about you? How do you feel? How do you deal with the void?
So for me, the void is worse with the video games than it is for the anime because
Okay, how so?
with the anime I'm very inconsistent. So like if something is premiering weekly, if the hype is there, for example, Titan, I'm always watching Titan same like soon as it dropped 445, 345, I'm on it. But
Mhm.
then something like Baruto, something like One Piece, sometimes I get into like I call it like my funks where I'll let One Piece build up 2, 3, 4 episodes. Same thing with Baruto. Or like I'm watching Bungo Stray Dogs and I'm on season 3 catching up and then I'll just stop. Or
You
like
should just
Jojo.
let Baruto fill up until that shit is done because that shit is
Nah,
trash.
man. Like I said, it's part of the rotation. You got Bungo Stray Dogs. I have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part
Mhm.
6. That one is out. When it was coming on weekly, I was more hyped for it than I am when they give me everything. So, like, if I have all the episodes in one shot, I'm less likely to finish it versus if they're coming out weekly. But I just have my random funds. Even with something like Doctor Stone. Doctor Stone will come out and I think My Hero might have been at the same time. I'll let Doctor Stone build up all the way. So when I finish My Hero weekly, I would binge that. So for the anime, it doesn't kill me too much because as soon as I finish one, I'll probably have like a day or two where I'm reflecting on it, especially if it's like one of those anime that really hits the soul. A day or two, I'll be stuck on it, and then I'll jump to the next one and fill in the gaps. The games are harder because I invest way too much time.
Mhm.
Tales of Arise, I put in like 100 hours, and I'm talking like fighting through sleep, playing an hour, playing it's like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, just spamming. But when I finally beat it, and I'm like, oh shit, like I got platinum on this. I have nothing more to do here. I think it took me because I was playing Persona before that, and then Persona, I got to the very last boss, the very last dungeon, stopped, went to Tales of Rise, played Tales of Rise, got stuck there. Then I came to near Replicant. So like the games are a lot harder for me because it's like once I stop, I've dedicated so much time to it but I literally have like 20 games that are still wrapped in the plastic that I bought Black Friday last year that are still waiting for me to get to. It all just
I have
depends
that
on my
same
mood.
fucking problem.
Yeah, like I buy and I'm
You
like
motherfuckers is crazy.
I have
dog, I
games that are still sealed. Yep.
literally in the wrapping just waiting to be
Yep.
played just to be
Just sitting in
open.
the shelf, completely sealed,
That's
unopened.
why I don't unless
Mm.
I know I'm gonna buy a game and like I won't pay $60 for the game unless I know I'm gonna get it, play it immediately, and then spam it. Any other game that is like, oh, like I'm gonna eventually play it, I'm gonna wait for that shit to either go all the way down
Should
to
go on
$20 or
sale.
go
Those
free.
Black Friday sales, yeah, where you get the 20, $25 for a game that like just came out a month or two ago or something like that. That's always the best.
Yeah,
So
so
so you got a monstrous backlog, I
yeah, I
assume.
have backlogs. It's just that like it's just I call it my funk. Like, am I in the mood to watch this right now? Or like Sundays I'll be sitting there like, damn, I want to play this game, but I don't really
So,
feel like it. If I feel like I gotta force myself to play that game when I don't really
It's
want
not
to,
gonna be fun.
so Shawny brought up an interesting topic of like having a really large backlog. I know that I have a really large backlog of a
Before
lot
you
of
go into
things.
that, before you wanted to go into that, just because Shawnee mentioned Persona 5, I know there's a new game that's coming out too for Persona.
Hmm.
I just wanted to mention that. I didn't know that people in here like played those kind of games. So I know there's a new one that's coming out soon.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
there's a
Shawny loves
Persona
JRPGs.
4. Yeah, that's my shit.
I like JRPGs too, but I just don't have the same amount of time to play a JRPG like I used to. That's the reason why I was playing the Kingdom Hearts collection, and then I had to stop because it's just I'll never
Yeah,
have
but
time to play anything else.
he was like, oh my God, bro. He was playing that shit to the point where it's like, I'm like,
Oh,
bro, they about to take it off Game Pass next week. He's like, what? Oh no, I gotta
I bought
play
it.
it.
I bought it.
Yeah, he fucking bought it. I'm
I
like,
bought it because I
he's
was
Mhm.
a
just like, no,
fiend.
fuck, I gotta finish this shit. Well, I jumped back into it actually. I forgot to mention that in my what I was playing, but I'm just
Look at you doing
watching
a
all the
Mac.
cutscenes for 358 over 2 days because you can't even play that game in the 1.5 2.5 collection. It's not a game. It's a fucking movie.
Cap,
I
really?
didn't know that. Shawnee, did you know that?
Dog, let me be honest with you. I purposely avoided Kingdom Hearts for the fact that shit is way too much.
Nah, that's definitely a lore that I love a lot. Like I definitely love Kingdom Hearts, and I don't like fantasy bullshit, which is the reason why it's like an
Kingdom
anomaly for
Hearts.
me.
Kingdom
So
Hearts is just fantasy bullshit.
it's fantasy bullshit mixed with Disney's fantasy
Yep.
bullshit. So it's like, whoa. Nah, I've just been playing it since I was a kid. So since the first game came out, I was just invested ever since then, and I just kind of like the lore because of that. But
That's like
I
me
didn't
with
know that game. So that game is like originally from the DS, the Nintendo DS,
Yeah.
358 over 2 days, which I had and played
Which
on
one
the
did I
DS.
play?
But the HD version that they give you on modern consoles is just the cutscenes from that game.
Wait, is
It is not the
350?
game.
Is that which one is the
So
one
you
where
pay
it
$60
focuses on
for
Roxas?
cutscenes?
No, like there's 6 games in this collection, and I'm talking about one of those 6 games in
Okay.
that collection. Uh Shawny, this is 358 over 2 days is the story of Roxas,
Yes, on the
Axel, and Shion.
Yes, the one that was on the DS.
The one that
That
was on
was
the
the
DS.
one. That was the one I played on the DS. I spammed the shit out of that one.
I had fun with it. It
It
wasn't a
was
bad
really
one.
good on the
It wasn't a
DS. It
bad
was
one at all.
really, really good.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game at all. So I was hoping to actually play this one, and then it just turned out to be cutscenes. So
Well,
now
I
I'm
mean,
just watching it just to get it done because I'm like, all right, cool. Because then from
You sound
here
like
we're
me
gonna
with
go
Miles
into
Morales.
we're gonna go into freaking Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I think after that is Birth by Sleep, and then I get to play Recoded or something like that. I never played
I
Recoded.
feel like they wouldn't even port 358 over to. It wouldn't. I feel like they couldn't port it.
I don't know. I don't know if they could or not. And then I have no idea if they ported Dream Drop Distance, which is the one they did for the 3DS.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one is on like 2.8 or something like that. But I'll go back to stuff like that. But like at any point, like since you have such a large backlog, um, at, at what point do you ask yourself like, am I gonna play one of these backlog games or am I gonna play something completely different? And what usually ends up happening? Do you pull from the backlog or do you just go left?
Honestly, if it goes to the backlog, it would just depend on what in the backlog am I leaning more towards. Like for example, Resident Evil 2, the remake. I bought that shit for 25 and it's still
Okay.
sitting there waiting for me to open. So like I think that one would be the one I'd want to go back and actually play.
Mhm.
Evil Within 2. I had that on the backlog because I really, really loved part 1. But then I started part 2 and it became a lot more like open worldy versus the linear horror from
Linear
part 1.
storytelling,
And I feel like that just threw me off because like it's not a horror game anymore. It's like a dead
like an
deadly,
adventure.
exactly, like an adventure, and it just doesn't feel the same. So it just depends on what catches my eye at the time, but I usually lean more towards like something newer than what was in the backlog.
Crispin, you don't have like a list of
Backlog.
games or shows or something that's completely backlogged for you?
Shows, not really, because I catch up to shows when I'm at work. Like it's easy for me to catch up on shows. Backlog games, like I said, I probably have. Let me see. I think I do have. I just forgot the name of these motherfuckers, to be honest. Oh yeah, so I got this
Dragon
Builders.
Quest Builders.
Builders. I bought it because I liked how the gameplay looked, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that motherfucker.
So you haven't even started it.
I haven't even started that nigga. I just
so
haven't.
that one's in the backlog.
That nigga's in the backlog. I got Mario Kart that's still in the wrapper. It like literally haven't
Mario
opened that
Kart
motherfucker.
in the backlog is insane.
It's crazy.
That is nasty, bro.
That is
That's
insane.
crazy.
Mario Kart in
It's
your
crazy
backlog.
as hell,
You gotta
but
at
I-
least do one race.
It's
You
just-
gotta
haven't-
at
Good,
least-
bro.
I just haven't had time. Like I want to sit down and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have played Mario Kart before, and I enjoy playing Mario Kart because I like talking about shit. You know what I'm saying?
So then
No.
we'll play. Like Matt keeps saying, we'll
We just
jump
have
on
to
and
sit down and
we'll do
play
the
that
Mario
shit.
Kart shit.
So I can enjoy it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Like you gotta want to play it to enjoy it, not to play it just because it's there. Because then it's like you're forcing yourself to do it,
Yeah.
and it's just not the same feel.
And then this game, I just never played a game like this before. Like Builders, I never played a game like this before. So I want to sit down and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing with me. Like I want to stream, but it's like I don't want to just play because I'm streaming. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with Pokemon. So now I'm just taking it, and then whenever I have the chance to play, I'm just playing that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Word. I'm not sure if you know anything about Dragon Quest. Do you know anything about Dragon Quest in general?
No, not at all.
One cool fun fact about Dragon Quest is that a lot of the artwork for Dragon Quest was done by Akira Toriyama.
Facts.
So that's why
I
a lot of
even
these
want to see.
characters.
I now want to play the game more. You know
A lot
what
of
I'm
these
saying?
characters look like Dragon Ball characters,
Yeah.
but that's
I always
because
wondered
they
why.
they were
Yeah.
drawn by Akira Toriyama. He got paid
That's
to
what's
do
up.
a lot of the artwork for a lot of Dragon Quest over the years.
I mean, that's just
He's
called
done a lot
Dragon
of them.
Quest, and he made Dragon Ball. So
I mean, they hired the right person to do
the
that.
perfect person to do that.
But
Why
yeah,
this nigga
Mac,
got-
how about you? Do you feel like you have a decent like backlog, or you don't have anything in the backlog? And if you do have a backlog, do you realistically see yourself pulling from the backlog, or do you just go left and just do something completely different? Like, I'll watch that show another time, or I'll hit that game maybe next month. like what happens there?
So I mean, yeah, no. As far as like TV shows or animes, for sure. Like I haven't even finished that Star Wars Visions. I still haven't finished that. I only went
That's
in like
so good. You should.
bro. Like another one that's in my backlog that I literally go to play it and I'm just like I don't want to watch it.
What is it? What is it?
It's the what's that shit called? The Boys, the Diabolical. I'm surprised
the
nobody has
thing,
watched
right?
that yet. Yeah,
The
like,
Boys?
there's a
The cartoon for the boys.
yeah,
the
bro.
show or the cartoons?
No, the cartoon. I will, and it's only like every episode is like maybe 10, 11, 12, 15 minutes max. I'll go and I'll be like, yo, let me watch this shit. And then I'll see the Amazon Prime thing and I'm just like, nope. And just click out, bro. That's literally what happens every time. So that's on the backlog. And another one, as far as like games, I would say Guardian of the Galaxy is definitely on the backlog. I want to play it before it gets off of Game Pass. Because I know once it gets off of Game Pass, I'm not going to play the game unless you give me the disc. And even when you give me the disc,
I can always shoot you the disc. But play it now that it's on Game Pass.
but
You're
I know,
gonna get faster that way.
of course. But but I feel like even if you give me the disc, that shit's still gonna be sitting in the backlog. Like, bro, I when I was first playing Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, bro, I was playing it, and then I just like kind of had to take a break. I have not picked up that game since, bro. I haven't picked up that game since. Same thing.
I put Kakarot down too, but I didn't even finish the Namek saga. Like I'm on Namek, and I put that shit down.
I'm like on the DLCs, and I just like kind of stopped because like they were telling I'm at like a level 138, and they asking me to fight Beerus who's at 250. I'm like, bro, how the fuck am I gonna beat this motherfucker, bro? This nigga's mad. Like, exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, I do have backlog, but I like another one is like the one that you keep telling me to watch, the Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yeah.
I think I'm waiting for like when I go on a trip.
Yes.
So
that one is a good one, bro. Iron Blooded Orphans is really fucking good because you like Gundam Wing.
Oh,
Since
Gundam Wing was amazing.
Wing,
Gundam Wing, no. But I think it was more so is because of 90s anime, bro. They were really nasty back then, bro. I've been wanting to say this about Initial Drip.
It's a woman.
Bro, I wanted to say this about Initial Drip, but I haven't really had a chance to do a deep dive. But like there's this one scene where this girl was willing to give up her virginity to race a nigga. I was like, what the fuck?
It's wild.
She said, yeah, I'll even give you my virginity if you let me race your friend. That nigga was like, no, I don't want that. Chill. No, I don't need that.
Hold the phone.
Bro, this shit is it. Bro, I was so surprised. But yeah, bro, I think like I said,
bro,
I think
swear.
90s animes were some of it was crazy.
Yeah,
everything.
Back then. I loved it.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. They were saying whatever on that shit, bro.
Because it was a lot more mature.
Bro,
it was
they were
towards the audience. It was
because it wasn't coming to America like that. That's literally what it was.
It would have just been censored anyway. That's all.
I think
that's why they make it censored right away, so I don't have to do that other work. Like most shit is censored now.
But they have things that are not as censored now. Like Attack on Titan, they be saying bitch and
most of the anime say that shit.
right? So
Well,
it's not censored, but I understand like the writing is censored. They're not gonna portray a woman as giving her virginity to
For a
race one
fucking
of
race,
Yeah.
bro.
to a race, you know?
The profanity nowadays is a lot more
It's
like
common,
it's
yeah.
common, but like the themes and the mature themes
yeah,
from back then
the
versus now,
themes.
half the shit you couldn't get away with today like you could back then.
No, definitely
Nobody
not.
really cared.
But
They wanted
Japanese
to cancel,
culture is
like you
also a
said
little
before,
different too.
they wanted to cancel Demon Slayer because homie had 2 wives or 3 wives.
Three wives. And they was I remember that was the first thing they got mad about. I'm like, bro, like y'all think this is bad? Did you watch Ninja Scroll and how he was all the girls was on him? Like, have we ever talked about Berserk and all the
Nah, but
fucked
why
up
you?
shit he had to go through?
What I don't understand is why you getting mad because my man got 3 wives. They wives decided to be
yeah,
his
like
wives,
they
bro.
and it's not like
Get
he's
the fuck
a
outta here.
pimp. They're in agreement. Like, no, like
Yeah.
that's what they agreed to.
1
People
and
just-
2.
yo,
Remember
people
that
just
this
too
show
sensitive,
is
boy.
this show is set in like ancient times, bro, where this shit was happening. If you can see, nobody has a fucking cell phone. They communicate through crows, motherfuckers. Like that's how, like that's how they talk to each other. Their only form of transportation is a fucking train that can be taken over by a demon and be turned into a demon train.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas is in the olden times, my nigga. Like this is in the Edo period. That's a man long time ago. A nigga's gonna have 3 wives, bro. Let's cut this
5,
shit.
6 wives if you have money.
If you got the
Right.
bread,
You could
there
get
are motherfuckers
more.
today that got 3 wives. My grandfather had 2.
That nigga was wilding.
He had the money.
Yeah, the money.
R.I.P. He had the money.
R.I.P. to Pop Pops.
Yeah, two grandmas,
No, I only had 1.
one grandma. So the
I
other
didn't know
one was
that
like,
woman. I didn't know
you
her.
didn't know
I
the
never
other
met
one?
her. I never met her.
Okay.
She wasn't my grandmother.
I don't know.
Nah,
You made it seem like it was a triple threat household over there. So
I never met that woman. But anyway, yeah, peace be. But yeah, so I mean, again,
Pop Pops.
no, for sure, R.P. Maxwell. But yeah, so I mean, as far as like backlog and all that stuff, like we were talking before, I think like I agree with Shawny. I think it's a very scary time because I don't even know what to. Sometimes it's like I don't even know what to do with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I caught up on One Piece and I had to watch weekly. Oh my god, bro! I had 500. I had like like I think 700 or 800 episodes to catch up. When I caught up, bro, I was like, son, I gotta watch this week to week.
bro,
You know
I
what's
promise
funny?
you, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do when One Piece is done. Like when I'm caught up. Like when I'm
when you're
finally like caught up.
No, when you
to
caught
One
up, it's gonna
Piece.
be the last episode, nigga.
No.
You in a good space.
Actually, right. So I was going back to other episodes because I'm doing like clips of John's One Piece journey, which are now the first one is out on YouTube, so you guys should definitely go check that out.
You should
But when I
also
was
put
going,
the episode number that it comes from.
I
That
do.
way, like people can.
No, I do. Trust me, I
okay.
do. So we were like, I think by the third time we had met, you had already gotten to like episode 80 or whatever, right? And I was thinking, like, when you first started, I said in a year and a half, you would have been caught up, right?
Mhm.
And now with them getting hacked, we don't even know when that shit's coming back. So you definitely have time right now.
You got time.
So I was doing the math in my head today, and I'm like, yo, you're actually on track. If when we talk, and we'll find out what episode you're on today, but if like by April you get to like 300, you're on track. 6 months, because that was 6 months ago that we had that conversation, and I said you could get 300 episodes in 6 months, another 300 in another 6 months, and another 300 in another 6 months. You're caught up, damn near.
You there? We can talk about everything when you get there.
Facts. So
there's nothing hiding other than whatever's going on at that moment. But other than that, we could talk all the lore in the world because you'll know everybody that's involved.
Facts.
Those are gonna be
So
those are
get
gonna
your
be interesting
episodes up,
conversations.
nigga.
I'm trying, bro. I fucking, you know, I got a strenuous lifestyle. I do a lot of shit.
I feel you. I just needed to yell at you real quick.
It's okay. I take it. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me anymore.
No, I'm not mad.
But yeah, so that was basically it. I wanted to figure out like what other people do in those moments because I feel like I have those moments a lot.
What do you do?
I kind of do the same thing that that you do. I go to YouTube first, and I kind of like just dive into some of the bonus content where people discuss things, or they talk about theories, or they try to explain some of the moments that happened in whatever it was, whether it was a game or a show or even a movie. Like sometimes like I did that stupid shit when I saw Don't Look Up. Like I went and I started like watching videos about like actual astronomers that were brought in to do the science for the movie. So I like sometimes learning about how realistic something might be. And then it just kind of satisfies my curiosity. So I'd be like, oh, okay, this movie was good because they actually did a great job of showing us how something would have really happened in this scenario. So I'll do something like that. And then sometimes I'll try my best to tackle whatever the backlog might be. I'll look at the backlog, and then sometimes I'll get discouraged. Like I legitimately sit there and I look at my games and apps on my Xbox for like a minute, and like I'll just stare at it, and I'm just like, I'm only in the beginning of Halo Infinite. I'm only in the beginning of Hellblade. I'm freaking only on game number 3 out of 6 in Kingdom Hearts. Freaking in my play later, I have Scarlet Nexus, Grand Theft
that's
Auto
on my
San
list
Andreas,
too.
Yep,
freaking Batman Arkham Knight is in there, freaking the
played that
Mass
already.
Effect trilogy is in there, A Plague's Tale is in there. Like I want to play like a whole bunch of different shit, and I'm just like, I'm never gonna get time to play. And then I'm looking at the backlog that I have on my Switch, and that's even worse. I buy a lot of indie games on the Switch. That's why I decided to pick up Scott Pilgrim so I can get through that. I still got to finish Kill la Kill because I haven't finished that one.
Is that Scott Pilgrim game like fun?
Yeah, I'm having
if
a blast.
if you like Streets of Rage, it's phenomenal.
I do love.
No,
It's basically
Yo,
Streets of Rage.
pull up some gameplay because I need to see this.
It's really
I'm
good.
a
It's
gameplay
really fun.
watcher.
The new version that they released. So the cool story about Scott Pilgrim is that this game came out a while ago. Like I believe this was like 360 and PS3 era that it came out originally.
I bought that shit ASAP.
It was a digital only game originally, right? It was a digital only game, and something happened where Ubisoft no longer had the license for Scott Pilgrim. So they weren't allowed to continue selling the game. So they legitimately just pulled it from the web stores. So you couldn't buy it on PS4. You couldn't buy it on Xbox One.
You couldn't just get it no more.
You couldn't buy it anymore. Whoever had the game, they had the game, and that's it. You couldn't buy it no more. So something happened behind the scenes. Ubisoft did get the rights to sell the game again. So they remastered it, and they basically made it available on all platforms. I purchased it for the Switch. And all of the new, like, updated versions of this game are the complete editions of the game. You have all the DLC in there, the extra characters, everything. Like all the stuff that was available.
What type of game is it?
It's a beat 'em up. So it's a side scrolling
like
beat 'em up,
side-scrolling
2D
beat 'em up.
pixels. Yeah, side scrolling 2D pixel art type of situation. So have you played Streets of Rage like Shawny was talking about?
Streets of Rage. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember that name, to be honest.
Got you. So here's an example
It's
of
like
that.
it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games that we saw.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is it. It's very arcadey, but it's good. I only beat the first level, like, as I just like kind of started it.
I like games like this.
a
we
day or
could
two
co-op.
Yeah,
it's all
absolutely.
We need to do this.
Up to
This is
4
what we need to
players.
do.
Have you seen the movie they did for Scott Pilgrim? Have you watched this film?
Top 5 favorite movies.
I love this movie. But
I got the Steelbook.
No, I have not seen this. No,
you should watch it. I'm upset it's not on Netflix anymore.
I have never seen.
It was on Netflix for a long time.
It was on
I've
Netflix.
Never seen or heard about this game before.
So this is a game that's based on a movie that's based on video games. That's also based on a comic book. So this is
interesting.
Yeah. So
interesting.
This Scott Pilgrim is basically like a love letter to video games and comic book culture, like as a whole. So
this looks fun though.
It's
like
if
we're all playing. If we're all playing,
it's so good.
It's really dope. So
how much was it on the Switch?
It's on sale, I think, right now. I don't know if I can look for it on the Nintendo eShop real quick just to see how much it is, but it can't be more than $20.
Nah, I bought that thing. I bought the thing 10 years ago when it first came
This
out.
nigga said 10 years ago.
That's how long ago it came out.
Michael Cera played
Yeah, Scott
Yeah,
Pilgrim.
Michael Cera
He's
is
literally
Scott
the perfect
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
He is.
It's so funny. Chris Evans is in there. Brie Larson is in there.
Oh yeah, Chris Evans was in there.
He was he was in there.
Brie Larson was in there.
Brie Larson was
Shit.
there.
Yeah, she is in there.
What's my man's name from Superman? Not Henry Cavill, the one before him that plays Adam on the Flash, the Arrowverse Flash.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
I forgot his name, but he was in there. He was the vegan.
Yeah, the vegan guy. Yo, I always get made fun of at work for that shit. Like, yo, with your vegan powers. Like, yeah. So look, Crispin. I know it's probably backwards on here, but it's on the eShop for $14.99. So it's not like it's cheapest, but it's definitely not an expensive game. So this is something.
But for all the content you get, is worth the $15.
It's definitely worth $15. If you get it for cheaper than that, you're the man. But like if you wanted to spend full price, $15 is definitely worth it for Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim's cool. It started off as a comic book, and then they made it into a movie with Michael Cera and all those other characters we were talking about. And then they have this game, which is basically the same story. It's basically like a love story. So Scott Pilgrim falls in love with this girl, and in order for him to be with this girl,
that's the one versus the world.
Yeah. So in order for Scott Pilgrim to happily be with this girl that he wants to be with, he has to defeat 7 of her evil ex-boyfriends.
Wow. I'll be down for that.
So that's
I'll be down for that. I'll be down.
That's
to beat
the
up
plot.
It's good, bro.
The
movie
plot.
flows
really
so well.
So I'm playing that on the Switch, and that was a part of my backlog. So like just kind of like flipping through all of the things that I kind of like enjoy, I kind of like have to ask myself like, what's something that I like and I haven't enjoyed in a long time? And I like Scott Pilgrim.
Thank you for adding something to my backlog.
And I haven't really had a chance. He said I'm adding something to my backlog.
Same.
I already did. I just did that right
he
now.
He said I just did it. It's in the backlog now. So that's something that
you guys gonna be able to see it, but
like I see it. It's downloading.
Waste no time.
So that's dope. I mean, we'll play. We'll jump on.
Damn, I gotta buy it.
I fucked with beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are fun.
They're fun.
I don't remember the name of this one, but it was in Super Nintendo. It was just this one. It was 2 dudes that you could pick. One blonde dude and then another dude that it was like in space.
Probably Final Fight.
I think so.
Kodiak guy.
I used to. Me and my brother used to go on that motherfucker, and you know we was going to go.
Streets of Rage was a really popular side-scrolling beat 'em up for the Sega Genesis. So if you play any of those like classic Sega games at all,
the 2 Dragons game too. The 2 Dragon game,
Double Dragons,
Double Dragon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they all used to have that one too.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it's Streets of Rage originated it, but it's the most popular. So
yeah, I think it's just the most popular. I don't think it originated that style at all.
It's the soundtrack too.
Ooh. Bro, I have the Sega Genesis collection, like the official collection that came out before they did the Switch Online stuff, on my Switch, literally just for Streets of Rage. Like everything else that I get to play in that Sega collection is dope. You know, like you get Sonic and like Golden Axe, which is another beat 'em up. Which I like.
Download the Sega shit.
But those Sega games, they're so much fun to just revisit. And Streets of Rage is my favorite beat 'em up of all time. Like the first one, I played the first one a lot. But that's kind of it. So I'm happy that that I have a little bit more inspiration on kind of what I want to transition to, or how I should transition when I finish something and go into the next
fetal position for about an hour, my nigga. You be all right.
What am I gonna watch? What
am I gonna do?
I hate you. 30 minutes to an hour. Rocking back and forth and crying.
What am I gonna do?
I'd be depressed, my nigga. I'd be stressing.
Yo, Macky be mad as hell. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know I was gonna catch up this fast, man.
Bro, I didn't know. Bro, I'd be fucking. I'd be distraught, bro.
This nigga is done with the last episode. He thinking the next episode. I don't know. The end. Excuse me, nigga.
Bro. Now that
dare
you
you?
said that, right? So listen to me, bro. So
Yeah.
I finished Promised Neverland, right? And I'm not gonna spoil
Here
it
we
for
go.
those who haven't
Here we
watched
go.
it.
Here we go. Here we go.
But the
Ain't nobody give a fuck
ending,
about that.
son,
Go ahead.
nah, bro. I didn't have an issue with season 2 up until they end, like the last 2 episodes, bro. The way they ended that shit was just like, how dare they?
Oh
Oh,
no.
damn.
How dare like they actually
Yeah.
did like the Yu Yu Hakusho kind of ending where
Mm.
niggas end, they're on the beach hugging each other, and that's the end. I said, what kind of nonsense is this?
What kind of kumbaya bullshit?
That shit is garbage. I was so sick, but yeah. But I
Yeah.
think I don't think we have any more topics, do we? We
No,
could kind of end it here because we started late.
One Piece recap, and then
Yeah.
we can bounce.
I know
Then we
I know
outta
Shawnee
here.
wants to talk about a couple of things, but if Shawnee wants to stick around for like a little bit afterwards, we can do a critical hits, which is a new segment that's coming out soon. So that's if he wants to stay for like maybe 30 minutes after we finish the pod. But
Word up.
that being said, Johnny B,
We in the One Piece.
you
So
better the way you've been moving the last 3 weeks, you've been watching at least 20 episodes every 3 weeks. So you should be at episode 300 by now. And if you're not, just go to
We
sleep.
talked about it yesterday.
Damn, Dad.
So on episode last episode we were at 284, and I'm on episode 295. So I'm almost at 300. Listen, I would have gotten a lot more One Piece time, but we was together yesterday. Okay, I missed.
We did
Attack
have fun
on
yesterday.
Titan. I missed Attack on Titan, and I missed all of the episodes of One Piece that me and Simada usually watch after we watch Attack on Titan. Okay, so I probably would have been at 300 if it wasn't for us actually seeing each other yesterday for like the first time in like 10 years.
Fucking 2 years,
like
bro.
7 years for me.
Bro, it
Me
felt
and
like,
Crispin is like first time in 7 years that we've seen each other. Yeah,
bro.
Last time I seen John, I don't think that nigga was married yet.
No, definitely not. I've only been married for 2 years.
Exactly.
So
you didn't have a
bro,
kid yet. You didn't have your kid yet.
no, yeah, and she's
Exactly.
already about to be 7.
Exactly.
So it's been a minute.
Exactly.
bro. I know it looks like we have great chemistry on this shit. I'm talking to the people who are listening. I know it looks like we have great chemistry, like we see each other every weekend. We don't. We don't. Shawnee lives in fucking Shawnee lives in fucking Montego Bay. I haven't seen Shawnee. I haven't seen Shawnee in a fucking minute. John and Crispin was the first time I seen them niggas in 2 years. I haven't seen Shawnee in almost like 7-8 years. And this nigga Shawnee be in New York, anime and NYC. Yeah, come to that. Motherfucker still has my One Piece sweater.
Listen, the only time I saw Shawny recently was at a wedding that we were both a part of. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have seen Shawny neither.
Sheesh. But 295.
So we're at episode 295. And basically the main plot points that we've established is that the Straw Hats are having their battles. Like, you know, like there was such a elongated dragged out period where they were building the hype for these fights, right? Like on a week to week basis, I could see what was happening. They were trying to space it out. I guess maybe they needed to give the manga more time before they kept like animating shit, which is just a practice that I've always found to be really, really weird. Like if you're going to make the anime, like I guess maybe
go for a break, right?
Don't make it so fast. Yeah. Or just take a fucking break. Like, but no.
One Piece breaks be like 1-2 weeks, 3 weeks max. And it'll come back.
So we got like that whole like filler.
Oh, and sorry, just to also mention that, remember that a lot of this shit was made when like back in the day where, you know, it's not seasons.
Yeah, they never did parts. It was always just
they never did. It was just go through. So one arc will overlap. Well, as far as One Piece is concerned, not really like, you know, Naruto or Bleach.
Yeah, like but things just transition into one another. Yeah. There's never really a definitive end to a story.
Yeah.
And then a beginning of another story.
Well, yeah, no, there is a
definitive.
There is a definitive end, but it's not like there's no like break where it's like, okay, well, this season's done. See you next fall. You know how they do now, where it's like, okay, we got My Hero last fall. Now we're getting it again this fall for season 2.
Yeah.
We got Fire Force season 2 last summer. I still haven't heard about a season 3, which is crazy to me. The manga's almost done. But anyway, that's another time for another day.
So I could see that they've been like really trying to space out like what was happening during this time period, like what, you know, before they actually got to the fights, like, you know, where they did the recap for all the Straw Hats about how they joined the boat, and then in the middle of this shit, like right after like in the middle of Chopper's fight, they just threw in 2 random filler episodes, like just to pad it out. Like I was like, all right, like, me and Samara actually skipped it. That was the first time I've genuinely just skipped
those fillers,
something.
bro.
Like I just skipped it.
After the that marine arc where they went into the, I forgot what was it called, when they fell from Skypiea
Yeah,
and
and then
ended
they
in
fell
that base.
to the marine base.
After that
Skip
arc,
them all.
after that filler, you can just skip all the other fillers.
Skip
Bro.
it all.
Chill. There's one filler later on where they introduced those 3 Marines. That one is a watch. You gotta watch that one.
Okay, I'll try to.
I don't remember what he's talking about.
I can't go any deeper without spoiling.
So
I think
basically, you know, we've seen a lot of the fights. So they've shown us a Frankie fight, right? So we saw how Frankie was whooping this guy, the Chapapa.
That nigga's annoying, son. That nigga needed his ass whooped, son.
So
the
only takeaway I want to put from that, other than the fact that Frankie put the hurt on him, other than that, right? The one thing I want to take away from that fight is the fact that this motherfucker used his iron body technique to absorb the hit because he knew Frankie was going to throw a punch at him, and then Frankie hit him in the gut. And he felt that shit, and then he was just like, oh, "Fuck!" He was like, those aren't normal punches. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? It was like, yeah, you can pretend to make your body hard like iron, but these fists are actually iron, my boy. And like just
cyborg Frankie, nigga.
Yeah, like that was cool. I loved that. That's my one takeaway from that Frankie fight.
Yo, Frankie be talking his shit, dog.
That coup de coup, that shit is annoying though.
Frankie be talking his shit, yo.
He's American. What you expect?
Coup de poo.
Frankie's American. What you expect?
And
He's American.
Flies away. And yeah, like he's supposed to be like that like John Travolta in Grease. He looks like John Travolta from Grease. And so there's that.
Nigga just be coming up with the craziest shit. So
I thought it was hilarious when Chopper was like just experimenting, giving him random shit like to put in his stomach, where he was chilled out because he gave him tea.
Gave him tea.
And he was chilled the fuck out. He's like, I need fucking energy. I need to be hyped.
Chopper, I need cola. Look what you doing? Give me tea.
So he gave him the soda, and then that's when he whooped homie's ass. And then you know, like we're seeing this guy. I love how they nerfed Long Nose. I forget his name, but I love how they nerfed him. They didn't really like nerf him, but they just made him. They just made him a laughing stock, basically. So
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a nerf to his character. Maybe not his strength, but it's a nerf.
He was strong as shit.
He was strong as shit, and he was actually a formidable foe. He was a little intimidating in some of those scenes. Also, very stoic, very quiet, very like "I'll whoop your ass, don't fucking talk to me" type of shit.
So they started nerfing him when they brought that wolf nigga in. That's what happened.
They started nerfing him when they made him a fucking giraffe.
Fucking giraffe.
Before the wolf guy was cracking on him, they made him a goddamn giraffe, and it's like, all right, I get it. Right, we got to make it a little silly, and it needs to be fun. But you know what I'm saying? He with his long ass neck, fucking sliced that building in half.
Nah, he went stupid.
He was going crazy.
You know, so I laughed. Right, I got the jokes. But I just was just like, you know, you guys ruined like an intimidating character to me, like a character that could have been real badass and would have had a dope ass fight with Zoro in his regular fucking state, or even like a cool beast state, but they just made that motherfucker a giraffe. So he's a giraffe, and Zoro is trying to fight using using Usopp as a fucking sword. And
Telling that nigga Usopp, stay still, my nigga.
stay
Do not
still.
move.
And
You are a sword now.
they're punching him in the face. That like he's scared for his life.
This nigga is literally dodging cuts and use like, bro, don't use me as a sword, my nigga. Come on.
Yeah,
They were handcuffed together. Got no choice.
I remember.
And then Nami's fighting Khalifa. So
the Wiz
she's
Khalifa?
the soapy bitch. So she's fighting Princess Soap.
That was for Crispin.
So she's fighting the soapy bitch, and the soapy bitch. And we saw like how she made Sanji like all silky smooth and whatnot.
Made that nigga into soap.
She turned him into a whole bar.
We just talked about Sanji's problem at the beginning of this episode, bro. We just talked about that. This nigga, bro.
All she has to do is like touch you and basically like turn you into like silky smooth soapiness.
And Sanji was all about that.
So I want to say this really quickly before you move on. Yeah. I think that's my biggest problem with Sanji is that listen, this is before I say this, I'm looking at the camera. This is anime, okay? Anime. So please understand. I'm about to say this.
Here we go.
When Sanji fights women, the nigga is fucking useless. And it's so annoying because that shit just you know how you hate when like Luffy gets stuck into a building for like 2 episodes?
Yeah.
For no reason.
When this nigga fights a female, they drag that shit, and it's so annoying.
And it's not.
I just wanted to say that.
It's mad annoying. These females are not hitting him. These niggas
they be fucking him up, and he'll just. I will never put my hands on a woman, and I feel you. That is very very admirable of you for you to do. But damn it, my nigga, this is a cartoon. Whoop that woman's ass and let's keep it moving, bro.
It goes against his character if they do it. That's they really want to drive.
I appreciate Oda for keeping people
it going
in check. Yeah. I appreciate that.
It just gets me mad.
Damn, if it's not annoying, bro.
It goes beyond the anime. Even in the video games, like when you play Pirate Warriors,
you can't fight him,
and you play with Sanji,
you can't
hit women.
He's
anytime you swing at them, he misses and falls in love every single time. So anytime you fight, and there's certain missions that you have to beat the women that are like winning. So you have to use your special team ability because it's not him physically hitting, it's your teammate hitting them for you. Gotcha. And you have to beat them like that. Like the game is annoying. Like you, God forbid, you go up, like because you can choose your straw hat. You can't play with Sanji on a stage that a woman is the boss because she will whoop your ass and you won't even touch her. He'll dance right away.
At least that's consistent.
Consistent, yo. I respect it.
That's.
I respect it. I respect the consistency, but it's fucking annoying, bro.
It's still annoying though.
It's annoying as shit.
One of the only other things that I'll talk about for this particular review that I do like, and I want to see a little bit more of this story. I know I'm gonna get it, but I'm just being patient about it. Is what's happening with Chopper? So out of all of the CP9 members, I think the one that I do actually like the most is the guy that Chopper is fighting. So I always forget his name, but the one that's always yo yo. That motherfucker. So
that's exactly how that nigga sounds.
So him with all his hair. So this,
you look like that nigga.
It's gonna be something. Yo, he's a funny character, and I think I like his interactions. But to see Chopper completely demolish this guy because of the triple rumble ball situation that he got himself into, was just like the icing on the cake. So just right at the end where Frankie is like, who the fuck is this? Is this that deer gorilla that I've been talking to this whole time? Like, are you good? And then he just grabbed him and just went, fwa, and threw him into the fucking distance. And I was like, oh shit. Like I legitimately like got up and was just like, oh, like when he threw him like that. Like, oh shit.
Nigga sees Frankie flying. They go, oh my god!
Not even, bro. And then when the Marines found this guy, I forget his name, but when they found this guy and they were just like, yo, like if somebody
who could have
beat
done this?
him,
No, because he threw him all the way back to the gate. Damn
all the
near,
way to
right?
the gate, yeah, all the way to the front.
Like them niggas was on Ennie's, like the actual Ennie's lobby area, and nigga just picked him and threw that nigga back to the fucking to the beginning of where they had started, like where the giant was and where the the reinforcements are coming. Like just threw them niggas over there, bro.
So it was interesting to get the build up to that because, you know, like we've seen Chopper do the Rumble Ball stuff in the past, and, you know, he changes his transformations and he has better transformations because he can concentrate where he wants his power to be and things like that. And he starts talking about it a little bit more. If I take 2 Rumble Balls, it's dangerous because now I can't control which transformation I transform into. It's just going to kind of happen at random. He gets his ass handed to him a lot because when he wants to use a particular point, he can't use it because he's transforming into something completely fucking different. So I like that because it presents the character a understandable challenge. Not necessarily something that they can control and something that makes sense. This is an artificial drug that Chopper created himself that is supposed to boost the powers of his devil fruit, which I get. And then we get the flashback where Doctorine is telling him, you shouldn't take 3 or you shouldn't do that shit. Whatever you did, don't do it ever again. So I took 3 Rumble Balls. And she said, well, you practically destroyed the village.
Yeah.
You know, what you transformed into wasn't you. It was genuinely a monster. And then we got to see what that monster looked like. This behemoth of a fucking deer Sasquatch looking monster that just completely demolishes his opponent and chucks him into the fucking wind. And I was like, God damn, when the hell did Chopper get so strong?
Don't get used to it.
I'm hoping that at some point in the future, that would be something that maybe Chopper might have better control over in the future. Maybe not in the next couple arcs, maybe like after the time skip or something. I don't know. But I would like to see Chopper.
You're not that far from the time skip, to be honest with you.
I don't know. So just whenever it happens, I would like to see Chopper kind of be able to control something like that. I think that would be great character development because since he is usually the weaker devil fruit user of the Straw Hat crew, you know, like it would be fantastic to see someone so small pack such large amounts of power in general. Just Chopper being that strong. I like that concept. You know, so I would like to see that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing more, but I don't think they're going to give us that much of it. Like, I think that's going to be the selling point for his fight, for this fight. And he might not do the triple Rumble Ball for a long time because he understands how dangerous it is. And he's going to be too scared.
Stop spoiling it for yourself. Stop spoiling it for yourself. Stop spoiling it for yourself.
Oh my God.
You critical thinking ass motherfucker. Stop spoiling
it. You're spoiling it by telling me to shut up because I'm just headcanoning this shit off at the dome. Like I'm just.
It's only a spoiler if you confirm or entertain his shit.
That's what he's doing. He's just like, you're ruining it. You're ruining everything.
Like, nigga, what the fuck are you saying?
Come on, it's me, bro.
It is you.
It's me.
That's that. Yeah. We're getting the beginning of Luffy versus Lucci.
Great fight.
Beautiful
yeah,
fight.
I would like to see that fight because I know Luffy has been dying
to get his hands on that nigga.
To get his hands
He's
on
looking
Lucci.
for this man,
Like,
yo.
You're that pigeon guy.
Oh, pigeon man. Come here, nigga.
Man. I'm gonna
come
fucking
here,
kill you.
boy.
Yo, he's
Luffy on some other level.
I also want to point out that I love that Luffy doesn't give a fuck what your name is. Even if he likes you,
He'll never call you by your first
even
name.
if he likes you,
That's
doesn't
not true.
give a fuck what your name is.
Nah.
Because he likes what the old lady that drives the train,
Yeah,
and he calls her like creepy grandma or something like that. Like I forgot what the
yeah.
fuck he calls her.
He only calls his crew by their name.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he's got a nickname for everybody. Rope guy,
Yeah, he don't give a fuck about nobody.
ice pops. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a nickname for everybody. He doesn't give a fuck what your
Calling
name is.
calling Iceberg Ice Pops is crazy because
It's
him and Frankie
insane.
are like the same age.
No, he older than Frankie.
Yeah,
Not
no,
by-
Iceberg is definitely older than Frankie.
Not by that much.
No?
Not by that much.
Well, I mean, he was definitely like the older brother
Yeah.
Frank
character in that dynamic that they had.
Ain't Frankie like 35?
Nah, he like 40, bro.
He's a little older.
See,
Just,
that
he
nigga,
looks.
so it's normal for Luffy to be like, yo, what's up, Ice Pop?
Oh, he's
'Cause
30.
that nigga-
He's 36. Well,
Who?
he's 34. Where John is.
Luffy? I mean Frankie?
Frankie.
Yes,
he
I
just
said
looks
Luffy.
because
I
of
said
the
Luffy.
cyborg
Luffy
shit.
like 20.
Like Luffy, what?
Luffy like 19.
Luffy's like 12.
He's like
No,
eight.
he
He's
like-
like 16 or
16, I
something
think
like
he is. Yeah.
He's
That's
19.
most
Piece.While.
shonen protagonists. Most
Yeah.
shonen
Oh, see, Iceberg is
protagonists.
actually Iceberg is actually younger. He's 30.
Huh.
That makes no sense. That makes
Yeah,
no
that doesn't.
sense.
That's why I'm saying Frankie's older than him. That's crazy.
That makes no sense.
It is
Now I'm
That's what
what
Oda
disappointed.
said.
I'm disappointed on our ages now.
it's Oda's world, and we're just enjoying it. That's really all
That's
it
a
is.
fact.
I'm about to pull up on Oda and smack them. Imagine.
How dare you make this character older?
Chill, you
than-
gonna delay the manga, man? Don't
Yeah, bro. You
That
need to
nigga about
relax.
to go to the hospital.
But yeah, so
Bro,
that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing the Lucci and Luffy fight.
gonna be fun.
And just kind of seeing how the rest of the arc progresses. I know that I'm already getting closer and closer to the end of the arc because everybody is slowly being defeated and we're kind of getting towards
wrapping up the fight.
the end. Yeah, we're wrapping up the fights and stuff like that. So so it's interesting, and I want to see Nami win this fight somehow. Like I saw the preview for it, so I know she's gonna make mirages and stuff like that, and that's how she's gonna trick this bitch. So I guess we'll see what happens with that on the next episode, and I give my 2 cents on
Dragon Ball
how
Z.
on the next episode of Dragon
You better
Ball
get a
Z.
lot of watch time. I know you're going away.
I'm
So-
gonna try, but I'm gonna be on vacation. You really think I'm gonna have time to just like sit there and watch TV? Like we're gonna be out doing shit. I might get some TV time.
Listen to me. If you come back here next episode with less than 10 episodes watched, I will personally come to Jersey City because I'm off Tuesdays and we can scrap right in front of Dave's barbershop. I promise you.
This man.
Nigga stupid.
I promise you.
Let's do it.
Let's
So-
do it. All
He
right,
down.
bet.
He
All
down.
right.
He down too. He's like, what's
Let's
up?
do it.
nigga? Pull
Let's
up.
do it. But yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to get through as many One Piece episodes as I can this week, but I am going on vacation and I do have work to do on this vacation. It's not just 100% vacation. So I'm gonna try my best to get some One Piece in and
Make sure you get some tips, man.
and have some different. Listen, I already got paid for the whole job and I haven't even done it yet. So I'm going out there to enjoy it this
That
point.
man sound lit.
Yeah,
Facts. Do your thing.
I'm going and I'm happy
Get-
about it.
Get that shmoney.
So so that's basically that. I'm looking forward to finishing this arc and looking forward to the future interactions that the Straw Hats have with Robin after this particular situation. Like I want to see if her character changes a bit. I want to see if she becomes a little bit more open or if she has more playful conversations with the crew or if she just goes back to just being quiet and out of the way and just reading, like on the ship like she used to. And then I also want to see how they resolve the ship problem. I know that eventually they're going back to Water 7 and they're going to figure that out, but I'm still waiting to see how it gets figured out.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna ask Crispin's question that he usually asks you that he hasn't asked you in a while. But
what's that?
At the moment right now, who is your favorite character?
You always ask me that, and I always tell you it's Sanji.
That's why I
It's
haven't
still-
asked.
It's still Sanji right
I
now.
like Sanji's
It
character.
hasn't gone. He hasn't gone
It
that
has-
far for it to
nah,
change.
I like Sanji's character. I like Frankie because Frankie's like he's cool. He's fun and he's different. He's like super different than the rest of the Straw Hats.
Just like
And
useless-
I like Robin more now that I understand her backstory.
Did you cry when you saw her backstory? I forgot to ask you.
I got emotional. I wouldn't say I cried. Like it takes a lot for me to cry. Like when watching things, like I try very hard not to, if that makes any sense.
I feel you.
So I might feel like I want to, but I kind of won't let myself do it. Like I'll kind of just
nigga,
be
you
like,
cold-hearted ass nigga.
no, I want to enjoy the story, and I can't enjoy the story if I'm getting
If
all
you
emotional.
fucking crying, I feel you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
all right. Well, end this shit, man.
Listen, y'all gonna respect my fucking One Piece takes. All right.
No, we do. I just don't want to hear that Sanji's still your favorite, my nigga. That's terrible.
I like Sanji's character. He's the most
Horny
like
ass
me.
niggas.
He's the most like me.
Horny ass hentai loving niggas. Anyway,
he's the most like me. We
I was
both
about to
got
say
a
that.
thing
This
for
nigga love
anime
hentai. It
boobies.
makes sense.
Me and Sanji both love anime boobies equally. All right, that's we're just.
I think Sanji got you beat.
He might because he can actually touch the anime boobies and I can't.
No, you can't, because who gonna let him touch it?
Hey,
he get knocked out every time he try.
He gonna try, but at least
Mineta got a better chance.
Mineta, yeah, he be getting in there.
I hate the English dub pronunciation of his name. I know him as Mineta.
Mineta. Jesus Christ, that's
Mineta. Yeah, it's not Mineta.
My bad. Mineta's that nigga though.
No, but anyway, listen. If you guys made it to the end of this podcast, we love and appreciate you very, very, very much. We have an awesome time talking to y'all, right? So if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with friends and family that you know that might be interested in anime and video game content, and let us know what was your favorite part of the discussion and what do you do to get through the void and to possibly tackle that nasty backlog that you have. Let us know what's in your backlog or what you do to kind of give yourself the confidence to even start playing anything or watching something in your backlog, and let's have a discussion about it down in the comments. You could reach out to us on all of our social media platforms. Everything will be linked in the description. And if you're listening to us on Anchor, you can donate to the podcast. We accept any and all monetary donations. It helps us improve the quality of the content for you guys. And if you want to become a Patreon, we do have a Patreon where we're doing exclusive content for Patreon members over there, and you guys can be a part of that family as well, and we'd love to have you. And that's all the time we have for today. You guys have been awesome, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Sheesh! Peace out.